They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 22 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league. It's told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. They'll run the toss to Walker. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few minutes.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions,
Do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy?
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that,
taking it right down Broadway. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Smith on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
backyard,
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one too low. The Chiefs at 12-2 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now a throw here to his running back. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 56 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it inside the 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. 57 yards. Walker is not going to go a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. (7-7) our score after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Walker once more. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try and run Walker, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, that's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
You ain't doing nothing today.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Going to look deep here for Pacheco. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm. But this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Third and 5. Mahomes now to throw. That is caught. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make it.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Bo Melton, 57 yards. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Great corner out there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for Seattle. 59 yards.
A gain of 59 yards. First down, Seattle.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Geno out to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw pulled in by Melton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. A big play there for KC. 49 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Smith now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Well, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does. And I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
38-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Geno. On the move to his left. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect him with his legs for that first down pickup.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Smith. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can up and mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there, you throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The final shot here before break. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that 1st half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that 1st half.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, Mahomes. That's complete to Tony. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
Kadarius Toney. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5. At the 46-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Derek Hall, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked.
It got his man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
At the 32-yard line.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's able to find Melton. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Hey, 43, 15.
To throw, it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 4. To the right side, this is Walker. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Back to Walker on first down. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, but you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing now. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Seahawks 14. Harrison Butker and a kickoff for Kansas City.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Off of play action, here's Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Now defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team.
And my goodness, another interception. Loose inside the 30, inside the 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Seahawks 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
13 next.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Throwing now is Geno. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And now here is another interception. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, 15. Watch out.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Derek Hall
able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste a second performance from these ace pass rushers.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Gosh, he winds up getting 8 there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, it's Pacheco.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And finally down it goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been a bell count all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.